Hello everybody, my name is Mike, and I got a sore back today. I helped a friend with a boat that was broke down. I live there in the lake. Anyways, enough of that. A little stiff. Hey, I have an update. We're going to call this 2012 update, mind-blowing changes, or Earth changes, right? August 18th. It's only a couple of days since the last time. Guess what? These changes, you give me 30 seconds. That's like you got 500,000 seconds in 16 hours, right? You give me a fraction of this time, and if you want to turn it off, give her shit. You're not going to like this. Not going to like what I'm going to put another folder together. Basically, it's all about the radiations we've been receiving from across the coast from Japan, across the ocean, Pacific Ocean, dumping it on Canada and the US, right? And all over the world. This stuff just keeps going around and around and around and accumulating, getting more and more and more dangerous with cesium 137 and 134, and that's the fingerprint of Fukushima's plant. And all 4 of them, 6 of them actually on location, with extra fuel pools embedded in the ground. There's let me just get you a little closer up to date here. Then we got number 4 fuel pool. I think you might have heard about that one. That's where the building was blowing up. It's all on a steel structure. Great big steel girder beams and concrete kind of reinforcement here and there. And the building is tipped over, and this fuel pool is 100 feet off the ground in the 3rd floor, right? And it's all leaning like this, and there's enough fuel rods in there, spent fuel and new fuel, to contaminate the northern hemisphere. I mean, contaminate to the point where you don't live here anywhere. Goes around Europe, goes around all over. I mean, we lose the whole half of the world. And now imagine, you don't just lose half the world, you're going to lose the whole world. This shit travels all over, right? Sorry, but that's the only word I'll say in this at all. I won't swear anymore, just that word once in a while. A little upset about all this, and I've been this way for quite a while, but we've got to slowly get into this, otherwise it just gets a little overwhelming and you just turn the shit off. Okay, anyways, we're carrying on. We'll say the cesium, and it all affects, say, your plants. Intake plants is potassium, and potassium is just like cesium. So the plants uptake this cesium, so they're all getting poisoned with this radiation. And this is just cesium. I mean, hundreds of different isotopes in it. Gamma rays and nuclear rays, all kinds of rays. It's a huge deal here. Anyway, then we go on to say, okay, you understand, and they're doing all your plants in all over North America. Well, that's all our forests, all our fields, all the water that come from the rivers, that come from the snow in the mountains, that come from Fukushima, right? It's concentrated in the snow. The snow melts, it gets even more concentrated, it runs down the mountains, into this, all through the streams, into the rivers, into the ocean. So, let me get this right. We got Fukushima dumping massive amounts of radiation in the Pacific Ocean on one side of us, right? And we got the We got the plume that's well past Hawaii. There's a lot of indication it's already on the total west coast of America. That's Canadians and US. I mean, come on, Canada. Let's get with it. This radiation, well, you know what it does? We got reports of 18,000 infant deaths in the United States. Reportedly, now there's all kinds of health organizations that dispute this because it's not proven. There just seems to be this phenomenal increase of infant death. You know, I've cried over this. People, this is what it's going to come to here. Think about Canada. Canada has a similar infant death mortality rate, right? This is for all the moms, man. Let's get pissed. Then we got, put that together, you got like, oh, I don't know. I don't even care to venture that. You can add 18 and 18 or 18 and 12 or 18 and it doesn't matter, right? It really doesn't matter. That one was too many. Because of this pollution, we're losing our young. They're all being poisoned with this every day. Every day they're out there playing in the park. Every day they're out there going to school, learning. This repetitive, nonsensical, non-sequential way of excelling in finding out who you are as a person. Anyways, so it affects our young, right? Yeah. The cells in all young people, babies are really susceptible to this. You gotta forgive I got a teeth problem here. My sisters want to send me away to get it fixed, but I don't think so. Love you, sisters. Okay, these young, their cells are changing rapidly, right? They're growing. I mean, 100 times what we're doing as adults. I mean, their cells are just a giving her, right? They're growing. And the cesium and all the rest of these, I don't want to name the long list because it just takes too long. And all this gets into these cells and it creates these cancers and growths and this gets really bad, man. Chernobyl. You got to look up some of that stuff. If you want to see what this does to human beings, and to give you an idea, you got two people growing opposing from each other. I mean, we got to get this down. So, health, there's Chernobyl hole. It's a heart disease where it leaves a hole in the heart of kids, etc. And adults too. I mean, it doesn't affect just kids, but it affects kids way more. So then, we gotta carry this on. I can see this is going to be a two-part deal. I'm gonna really love to see over in part 2. I'm gonna bring this to a whole nother level. I mean, I'm gonna connect a few dots, and they're gonna be so simple, and it's gonna make us all do something. Love you, man. I love you, all of you. We the people. We're bringing it down. She's coming on. See you in a bit.